Good morning, 8th grade. I have your quiz in front of me to take a look and see what we might need to review. Most everything seems pretty straightforward. I did go ahead and cross off number 1 on sections 5 and 6. We talked about that already yesterday. The first few problems are just simplify and solve. There is a repeated decimal to a fraction, so we will do one of those real quick. Let's just say I have 0. Let's make one up. 38 repeating. Remember, the very first thing I do is set x equal to my repeating decimal. Better make that repeating. I have 2 places repeating, so I'm going to multiply each side by 100 because it has 2 zeros. So I end up having 100x is equal to 38.38 repeating. Next step is to subtract our original equation from each side. So I'm subtracting x from one side. I'm subtracting 38 repeating from the other side. I end up with 99x and 38 on that side. Finally, I just solve my one-step equation here. So if it's 99 times x, then I divide by 99. We get x equals 38 over 99. I do not believe it reduces anymore. Nope, doesn't look like it. And real quick, let's grab a calculator. So you can see here, because I want you to check every single problem on this test to ensure that you get 100. So if we do 38 divided by 99, we get 383838. That's our 38 repeating, so we know we got the correct answer. So just make sure on every question on this quiz, you go back and you check. There is a problem about a family going on vacation where they have to pay so much money per day and so much money per mile. Just pay very close attention to how many days they're going on vacation. I'll tell you that. And on the second page, there are 1, 2, 3 equations to solve. Just remember, if you get a solution, like say maybe 7 equals 3, and we know that 7 does not equal 3, or I don't know, 4x equals 5x, we know that 4x cannot equal 5x, whatever it might be. If your solution does not equal, you have no solution. And then if you get to a point where it might be 4x minus 3 is equal to 4x minus 3, you know that because these two expressions are equal to each other, no matter what number I put in for x, it's going to be true. So that solution would be all real numbers. There are a couple that you have to write an equation and solve, so just be careful that you do both parts because they will both be worth the points. And then finally, there are 2 word problems for solving equations. The first one deals with consecutive integers or consecutive even integers or consecutive odd integers. I'm not going to tell you which one. Just remember consecutive regular old integers. If we called them 1, 2, and 3 just to give ourselves an idea, it'd be x. How'd I get from x, or from 1 to 2? It'd be x plus 1. How'd I get from 1 to 3? It'd be x plus 2. Then we have our even. So you could say if I chose 2, 4, and 6 and called x 2, how would I get from 2 to 4? X plus 2. How do I get from 2 to 6? X plus 4. So these are your expressions for regular consecutive integers, even integers, and then your odd ones, same type of deal. If I went 3, 5, 7, called x3, how would I get from 3 to 5? I'd add 2. How'd I get from 3 to 4? Or 3 to 7, sorry, I add 4. So obviously these are just sample numbers that I chose to give myself an idea in case I get stuck. But these are the numbers you need to remember when you're working with the different kinds of consecutive integers. And then finally there's a money problem. And we spent a good bit of time on the money problems. Just remember, build yourself a little chart. Talk about what kind of coins, your number of coins, and remember you have to include the value times the number of coins. Add them up to get your total in your equation. So if, for instance, if you had dimes and quarters, it'd be your dimes value plus your quarters value, and that would equal the total that they gave you for setting up your equation. Final thing I have to remind you is there is a back to the second page. Number 6 is on the back. You're just telling me whether it's the associative, commutative, distributive, identity, some sort of value. And if you look, you should be able to see there's only one little thing that changed from one line to the next, and you should be able to figure out which property that was. Oh, no, I do have one more thing. Whenever I'm done putting this on the board, go ahead and have Mrs. Brown pause the video. She can just hit the space key, please. This is your bonus, so I want you to grab a piece of scratch paper and write down your bonus. So, the bonus is 6 minus 2 times the quantity of p plus 4 equals 108. You double check, make sure I copied it. 6 minus 2 times the quantity of p plus 4 equals 108. Yep, that's correct. That is your bonus. So go ahead. Good luck, guys. I know you do great. Just take your time and always, 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 go ahead, guess it. Check your answers. No reason why we shouldn't have hundreds all the way around on this, especially since you're using calculators and you can just plug your numbers in. Alright guys, have a great weekend.